Have you ever felt like the more vulnerable you are, the more exposed you become to pain, or that some people seem to smile when they see you struggle? What if your greatest strength was hidden in your silence? The more you reveal your pain, the more some people may want to deepen your wounds. It's not always the case, of course, but sadly, it's common. Some individuals carry within them a quiet, unsettling delight in the suffering of others. They don't just watch it unfold, they might even nudge it along, all while wearing a friendly face. This behavior, rooted in envy, perhaps even sadism, exists far more than we like to admit. It can quietly sabotage your growth in nearly every area of life, at work, in friendships, and sometimes even within your own family. That's why learning to not show your weaknesses may ultimately become your hidden superpower. Imagine yourself as a tall, unwavering tree in the middle of a violent storm. The wind howls, the rain lashes down, your branches may bend, your leaves might whip through the air, but your trunk, grounded deep in the earth, stands strong. That is silent resilience, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about here. This isn't about pretending everything is fine or denying your emotions. It's about mastering how you respond. It's about remaining rooted even as the world shakes around you. When you show the world that you are not easily shaken, not because you feel nothing, but because you choose strength over spectacle, you begin to master the chaos. You learn to walk forward not because the path is smooth, but because you've learned not to stumble when it isn't. In this video, we're diving into 18 Stoic principles by Epictetus, one of history's most revered philosophers. You've probably heard of him before, but this time, we're going deeper. We invite you into a space of quiet self-mastery, where real strength doesn't roar like thunder but shines silently like light that guides you through the dark. So, for the next few minutes, leave the noise of the world behind. Focus not on distractions, but on transformation. Let's begin. Principle 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. Have you ever stopped to wonder why nature gave us 2 ears but only 1 mouth? Epictetus believed this was no accident. The message is clear. We're meant to listen more than we speak. Yet many of us fall in love with our own voice, repeating thoughts we've clung to for years. True wisdom, he teaches, doesn't come from speaking, it comes from learning. So, from today, pay closer attention to the voices around you. That's where growth begins. Principle 2. Always expect the worst. Anxiety often stems from the fear that something terrible awaits us, losing a job, a relationship crumbling, or a sudden financial blow. Each day brings a new worry, another scenario our mind rehearses. But Epictetus flips the script. He suggests, imagine the worst has already happened. Strange, maybe, but freeing. If we accept the worst in our minds, we rob it of its power. We prepare, not panic. Principle 3. Prepare to fail. It's the only way to grow. We go to great lengths to avoid looking foolish. But to Epictetus, being seen as foolish can be one of the best things to happen to us. Why? Because every failure is a stepping stone. Progress isn't spontaneous. It's forged through mistakes, reflection, and effort. Don't be afraid to fall. That's where the polishing happens. Principle 4. Fortune comes with danger. We all chase success, wealth, recognition, but few pause to ask, at what cost? Money doesn't just attract attention, it transforms people. Friends may become opportunists. Your spirit may become clouded by fear, pride, or a craving for more. With every gain comes the risk of losing something deeper, your values. Stay alert to that silent erosion. Principle 5. Don't place all your hopes in one dream. Life is vast, yet we often pin everything on a single goal. And when that goal falters, it can shatter us. Epictetus advises us to diversify our dreams, pursue more than one path. That way, even if one door closes, another can open. sometimes where you least expect it. Principle 6. Keep death in mind, always. This isn't a grim reminder, but a grounding one. Death is the great equalizer, the final stop on every journey. Once we understand that our time is limited, we might think twice about spending decades chasing things we can't take with us. Just as we carry essentials in our bags, our phones, keys, wallets, we should also carry these Stoic insights in our minds. They don't weigh us down, they lighten the burden of life. Principle 7. True wealth is a contented spirit. Epictetus once said, "A wise man rejoices in what he has, not in what he lacks." And isn't at the heart of it? While we're busy mourning what we don't own, we overlook the quiet miracle of everything we already do. Gratitude is a kind of wealth, and those who recognize it are the richest of all. Principle 8. Embrace humility if you wish to learn. To truly learn, we must first admit we don't know. Pride in knowledge is a barrier, not a badge. Epictetus invites us to view the world like a child does, full of wonder, curiosity, and openness. That's where real wisdom lives, in the willingness to say, "I don't know, but I'm ready to learn." These first 8 principles from Epictetus already begin to shift how we see life, from chaos to clarity, from fear to foundation, but we're only just getting started. In the next section, we'll explore even more powerful lessons from Stoicism that will help you shape a mind as steady as stone and a heart resilient against the storms of life. Are you ready to keep going? As we explored in the previous section, true strength doesn't lie in loud victories but in quiet self-mastery. Let's continue walking this path of wisdom with the next set of Stoic principles from Epictetus, each one designed to sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. Principle 9. Guilt is like a plague, don't play its game. Epictetus once said, "Narrow-minded people blame others, ordinary people blame themselves, but the wise see all guilt as foolishness." This single idea has shaped modern therapy, where guilt is now seen less as a tool for growth and more as a trap. Why? Because guilt can feel like an easy solution. Blaming others or even blaming ourselves gives us temporary relief. But it's a false comfort. It excuses us from actually correcting the mistake. The truth is, only those with strong willpower can break free from the cycle of guilt and still take responsibility for their actions. Guilt tempts us to stay still. Wisdom urges us to move forward. Principle 10. Surround yourself with winning energy. Think about this. When someone sneezes, we instinctively step back to avoid getting sick. But why aren't we as careful with people whose presence drains our energy or dims our spirit? Epictetus offers clear advice. Ally yourself with those who make you better. Surround yourself with people who ignite your motivation, not extinguish it. There are people who leave you feeling drained, and others who light you up with purpose. Choose wisely, because energy is contagious, both the kind that uplifts and the kind that destroys. Principle 11. Your reactions shape your destiny. Life happens to all of us, sometimes cruelly, without warning, but Epictetus reminds us we may not control what happens to us, but we absolutely control how we respond. 2 people can face the same divorce. One falls into despair, the other sees a path to reinvention and deeper self-understanding. What's the difference? Reaction. Your fate isn't what happens. It's what you do with what happens. Principle 12. Fulfill your duty, like the sun does. Every morning, the sun rises. It doesn't wait for applause. It doesn't ask for praise. It simply fulfills its role. Likewise, each of us has a responsibility in the world. If we only act when recognized or rewarded, we fail not just ourselves, but the larger system we're part of. True purpose isn't about ego. It's about understanding that your actions matter, even when no one is watching. Principle 13. Don't hate your haters. Rise above them. Those who insult, belittle, or try to bring you down? Are they worth your energy? Epictetus says no. He teaches that ignoring such people is not weakness but power. You are greater than the noise around you. Every moment you spend hating someone is a moment they win. So don't let them occupy space in your mind. Let their noise fade into silence while you move forward, untouched. Principle 14. Choose simplicity over luxury. Why live simply when you can surround yourself with luxury? The answer is surprisingly practical, because maintaining wealth demands constant effort, energy, and stress. Luxuries are expensive not just in money but in peace of mind. Simplicity, on the other hand, frees us from the trap of loans, debt, and deadlines. A simple life isn't a poor one, it's one that's rich in clarity, control, and calm. Principle 15. Don't give others the keys to your peace. The moment someone's words ruin your day, they've become your master. But here's the truth. No one can control your emotions unless you let them. Epictetus reminds us that inside us are keys. Some open the door to joy, others to ruin. When you let someone anger you, you've handed him the key to your well-being. Take it back, set boundaries, be the gatekeeper of your emotional world. Principle 16. Friendship is greater than fortune. True wealth isn't counted in coins. It's measured by the friends who stand by you when fortune fades. Money may disappear, but a genuine friend will stay, offering support, laughter, and strength. That's why investing in friendships is one of the smartest, most rewarding long-term decisions you can make. Principle 17. Always find the lesson, even in loss. No matter what life throws your way, Epictetus insists, there's always a benefit to extract. Lost your job, maybe it's the push you needed to finally chase that dream. Stuck in a difficult situation, it could be your greatest teacher. You can choose to complain or choose to grow, and those choices, made daily, will shape your entire life. Principle 18. Let go of what you can't control. You own your opinions, but not how others see you. You may chase success, but you can't guarantee it. So why spend your precious time worrying over what's out of reach? According to Epictetus, our duty is to focus only on what we can shape: our thoughts, our actions, our responses. Everything else, leave it to fate. This mindset is not just wise, it's freeing. Imagine living life lighter, unburdened by the weight of things you were never meant to carry. These 18 Stoic principles aren't meant to stay on a screen. They're meant to live in your day-to-day choices. They ask nothing more than for you to apply them, especially when life is toughest. Because in Stoicism, there's no room for fantasy, only clarity, courage, and consistent action. If you've made it to the end, it means you're ready to take this wisdom seriously. Let us know in the comments which principle resonated most, and type Armored Wisdom to show you're part of this resilient journey. If this video gave you even one insight worth keeping, subscribe to the channel. It's free, and who knows, the next idea might just change your life. See you in the next video.